Travels and Traditions with Bert and Nicholas Wolf is a classic travel journal, a record of their search for information about our world and how we fit into it. They travel to the source of each story, trying to find the connections between our history and what is happening today. What they discover can improve our lives and our understanding of the world around us.
In this Travels and Traditions program, my son Nicholas and I set out to understand farming, how farming began thousands of years ago, what it looks like today, and where it's headed for tomorrow.
If human history was a 24-hour clock, we've only been farming for the last 5 minutes. Before then, we hunted and gathered berries, roots, nuts, whatever we could find. We didn't stay in one place for long, and we certainly didn't farm anything.
One of the undeniable facts of life is that no matter how much you have eaten in the past, sooner or later, you're going to be hungry again.
That is a beautiful dessert.
In 2050, the global population is expected to reach 10 billion people. Over the last 12,000 years, we have mastered the art of agriculture. And since I haven't heard about anyone moving to Mars just yet, the challenge is feeding the world while respecting the planet's natural limits and doing it at a good price. In the United States, farming shaped our country. In 1862, Congress passed the Homestead Act. You were given 160 acres as long as you farmed it for 5 years. The law was signed by President Lincoln with the encouragement of Northern interests. They wanted the land to be farmed by the farmers who owned it and not by plantation owners using their slaves. If you farmed it, you kept it. That was the deal. These days, most farms in the United States are family-owned and passed down from generation to generation.
So, Dad, where's my farm?
I'm not quite sure you're ready for that just yet. The average farmer is 58 years old and works 12 to 18 hours a day. They must quickly adapt to changing weather, variations in landscape, and soil quality. With limited opportunities for experimentation, precision and consistency are the key.
To understand how farming became what it is today, I traveled to Illinois, the birthplace of modern agriculture in the United States.
Tell me a little bit about the history of why farmers moved out west.
Well, farmers were looking for land, they were looking for opportunity, and just really to make a better life for their families.
Neil Dahlstrom is an author and archivist at John Deere, one of the world's largest agricultural companies. He is an expert on farming history.
There's not a lot of extant information from John Deere himself. There's only a few letters in his own hand. We have 6 or 7 known photographs of John Deere during his lifetime. We also have some miscellaneous items. One of my favorites is John Deere's 2-piece wool bathing suit, which was kept by the family and passed down over the years until it was donated to John Deere as part of our collection.
After learning that Mr. John Deere was a modest 2-piece swimsuit user, Neil explained the history of farming in our country.
Really, farmers were looking for economic opportunity. Land was scarce in the East, and they were looking for new opportunity. There was a financial depression in the 1830s. They called it a panic at the time. So even someone like John Deere, who had a successful blacksmith business, was having a hard time making ends meet. That's why a lot of farmers moved west.
Neil, pizza is not the only sticky thing in the Midwest. What was the problem that farmers had?
Problem in the Midwest is sticky, thick soil.
And tell me, what did John Deere do back in 1837?
Well, John Deere heard grumblings of local farmers, and he solved that problem with an innovative new steel plow.
And that's a replica of one of them right there.
That's right. This is a replica of that first steel plow. It's missing its handles, but it's got a steel mold board, and the soil would slide right off of that. Farming is just an industry that constantly evolves, really from horse farming in the 19th and early 20th century to this transition to mechanization. And oftentimes with farmers, there's these very early adopters and then folks who come along, and this is really based on what you're growing, where you're growing it.
In the 1950s, horses still outnumbered tractors on family farms. As technology developed, farming equipment became essential to farmers.